Hi guys, Danger Rock here. Today we're going to be looking at some Superhero Squad Spider-Man minifigures. I really like these little Spider-Man figures. I think that each one of them is unique, and today we're going to be taking a look at each one of them separately because there's some unique differences with these guys. Some of these guys came in sets with other figures, but a lot of these guys I just decided to pick them up loose. But I do really like them, so first we're going to start off with this one. Got a really nice looking Spider-Man head. He's in a pose. His arms move. His head can move a little bit, but not too much. And he has movement in his waist, which I think is really cool because he's not just a minifigure. You can pose him around if you wanted to. I also like, if you take a look at his eyes, it looks like he's winking or squinting his left eye, which is cool. And what I really like is that he comes with a web pack, which has his trusty camera with him. So that's really nice. And right there, let's see, we can get a year on this. 2010, this figure came out in a 2-pack. So he's a really nice one. The next one we're going to be looking at looks just like a standard Spider-Man, like a comic accurate one. His head fully rotates, as well as his arms. This one doesn't have any movement in the waist or legs. Now let's see if we could get a year on when this guy came out. In 2009 by Hasbro. So he's a really nice one. Next up, we have this one, which is really cool. I believe this one came in a blind bag of some sort. But he's a little translucent. You can see right through him, which is really cool. And some details I really like about him is the texture of blue that they used. And what's really cool is we have a white spider on his chest. Like for these other ones, they're black, but this one they decided to go with white. And another thing I like about him is he does have more articulation. Not only does his head move, but his arms can move up that far. And he also has articulation in his wrist, which is really cool. So you can pose him around even though he's just a minifigure. And the main difference with this one is that his legs do kick out that far. Let's see if I could get a year on this guy. (2011). And another interesting thing is that he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. So really nice little figure right there. Now, this next one right here is extremely unique. And the reason why I say extremely unique is because he has silver lines on him, and the spider on his chest and back resembles the Tobey Maguire era Spider-Man. And that's why I love this one so much, because he's my favorite Spider-Man. And he doesn't have much movement at all, just in his two arms. Like, you could get this guy posed where he's just standing. But what's interesting is this one came out in 2006, which it was by Hasbro, and it leads me to believe he came into a pack with other like Spider-Man 3 figures at that time, because that's back when the movie came out. But I really like this one a lot. This one right here a little bit resembles Miles Morales. And what's really cool about that is the design of his suit. Like if you look at the back, you see a nice spider right there, but his head doesn't look like Miles' suit because the head would be red and black. But he has all the same articulation that this other one would have. And now let's see if we could get a year on this one. Oh, interesting. Here it's on his legs, not his foot. (2011). So that's really interesting. But I do like this figure though. So setting him aside, we're going to take a look at the last one we have here, which is just a standard Spider-Man. And I like this one because I feel like this is like the solid version of this figure. The molds are completely the same. Articulation's the same. Everything's about him is the same, even though this one right here is really unique. I do like this, and I believe it's the same body for this Miles figure. It is. So this guy, I believe, got released multiple times. He came in a 2-pack or 3-pack, and he also came in blind bags, which was interesting. Now I'm going to see if I can find a year. Here's on his leg, 2011. Cool. He's a really nice Spider-Man. It's kind of hard to tell which one's my favorite. And let's take a look at this one. Now this one is interesting. It just has movement in his feet and arms, but this one looks more of like a comic accurate Spider-Man. But I do like that each one of these, even though they may be similar, they're also different. So what's cool is that if you have a display and you're displaying Spider-Man figures, you could just put these all over the place. They'll just fit really nicely in your display because some have more articulation than others, but the poses and the detail that they're in, I would still definitely recommend these guys. These guys are great. And I don't know what more to say about them, but this has been my review of the Superhero Squad Spider-Man figures. If you like this video, please leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see more action figure reviews. I wanted to say thank you guys for watching so much, as always, and I'll see you guys on the next video review.